All right. Hold on one sec. Why isn't it connecting? No, it's just hello. Can you come here and help me really quick? Oh wait.
Hello.
Hi.
Finally. Hello. You guys look like twins with your blonde hair.
Yeah, I hope my hair is not that orange.
Oh, fuck. It doesn't look orange on here.
The cat is orange. I'm just joking though.
I lost you though. What did it? Uh, resume. Why does this happen to me? I'm not going to touch my computer anymore because apparently
Yeah.
I fuck
All right.
everything
Well, we
up.
got you situated. I like that
Yeah.
couch you're selling.
Thank you. Actually, it just already sold. The kids
Really?
already,
I'm
they
not
already Venmoed
surprised.
us.
It's really nice. I was like, dang, y'all bring it with you.
Well, Corey got us a new couch, so
Nice.
doesn't go with the new vibe. So yeah, exactly. Most importantly, we were like not even we were just worried about like how we're gonna get it, like what we're gonna do with it. So
Right.
I didn't expect it to sell that fast actually. So worked out. It's a
And
blessing. It's only 2 years old and it was like $4,000.
yeah, I believe that. Couches are super expensive. Um, like I think
Corey wants
ours,
leather.
yeah, ours is suede, but we have couch. You can't tell what color. Ours is a beautiful navy color, but you
Hmm.
can't even see it because we have to keep couch covers on it because of all the dogs. We're gonna pause and take a moment for my
Oh,
Christmas nails.
they're hard to see the glare.
Ugh, cat hair.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God. I'm going to get mine today.
Really
Wow. Is
precious.
that airbrushed or she painted that on there?
She hand paints everything.
Jesus.
The one I showed her had little like red rhinestones instead of the paint, but
Hmm.
I have surgery Monday and I'm not allowed to have nail polish. So this is me with no nail polish.
Okay.
I'm like, this is as good as you're getting. Like it's nude on the base, okay?
Yeah.
They just need to be able to use
You
the
can
pulse
pretty much seal
oximeter.
the nail through.
Yeah, like you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Dr. Crispin is so cool. He agreed to put my nipple rings back in for me in surgery.
Oh my
And
God.
he said he would re-pierce them if he had to.
That's
I
crazy.
know. And I have these like helix piercings here, and they're
Mm.
relatively new. And I was like, I told him, I was like, if I take them out, they're not going back in. And they're painful. Like this
Yeah,
sucked. Like I don't, and he said he was like, we're gonna put gauze over it and tape. He's not making me take them out.
that's awesome.
I'm like, you're so cool.
Um, that's crazy. I wonder, he probably has had a few people with nipple piercings, that
Oh,
he's
I'm
had to do that
sure it's
before.
probably very common. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I know more people that have them than don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be probably scary to see your nipples without them at this point, though.
My husband was like, I don't know. I've never seen you without them. I don't know how I'll feel about it.
Like there's a hole there, so
Yeah,
I want to
'cause-
keep that. Yeah.
right.
Ugh, ugh.
He likes piercings and tattoos, obviously.
Hmm.
So he's like, hmm. But
Are you so excited to see your boot? Like it's crazy. I was looking at your check-in pictures and I was like, your lats really are gonna like because you can see a good amount of your lats now, but my boobs do that even after my is that a lot of my lats are covered. Which
yeah,
is like definitely a drawback for a figure athlete if you want to get breast implants.
it is. And um, Amanda even said that. She was like, you have lats. It's just your boobs.
Hmm. Yeah.
And but when I wear a shirt like this that holds them in, it's the bra. It's an Iron Society bra. Like,
It keeps them close together.
well, you can see
Yep.
like I have huge
Yeah.
lats, but
Hmm.
you just can't tell when my boobs are
You
over.
can tell, you can tell in your front, like I guess also I'm looking at it from another athlete. So like, but you can tell you have huge lats. It's just really gonna pop off. Amanda's boobs are really close together too, though. Her lats always look huge, even after her
Well, she
implants. I always
mentioned to
notice
me
that.
that she was interested in doing the internal bra, and I didn't want to be like, honey, why? And I was like,
Yeah.
well, maybe it's the bra she wears, but like, no, she does great boobs.
Her, yeah.
And I
And
was telling Ash,
her
because
lats look huge.
Ashley Lakamowski, she's like, how big are you going? And I was like, I'm not like changing my implants, but I have 750s. And
Mm.
I was like, but I'm hoping they turn out like yours. Like her boobs are so pretty.
And
And
they're so high. They've always stayed like so nice and high. I don't know how
yeah.
that.
they look great. Like that's
Hmm.
how I want mine to look. So I was like, yeah, please.
Hmm.
I hope they turn out like yours. But
Now I need to look at her front relaxed picture though to see her lats in them.
oh,
I don't know that I've ever noticed.
you can definitely like they don't hide her lats at all.
Mm-mm.
Um, but I'm supposed to be there at 5:45 next Monday morning.
Super. Well, you're an early bird. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's an hour drive.
And you can't probably eat the night before. So, ooh, hour drive. Yikes.
Well,
Yeah.
what my plan
There'll be no
is
traffic.
I'm gonna, well, yeah, luckily there won't be any traffic, but
Hmm.
um I'm gonna get up at like 3:30. I'm gonna shower and wash my hair because I can't shower for a week. He said it's bird baths only. And
Yeah.
apparently like it's pretty dang uncomfortable for about 7 days. The pain is.
Just shower and wash and blow dry your hair the night before, and then just sleep in your jammies and just drive there in your
I
jammies and
know.
sweats.
And I thought about that too, but there's just something about absolutely fresh hair
Yeah,
when I
it's
know I'm
true.
not gonna be able to wash it for a week. I feel like that one
Yeah,
night makes a difference. But I was blow
that's
drying
too
my
damn
hair
early to be
this
blow drying your
weekend, and
hair.
I was like, I really wish I could hire someone just to come blow dry my hair for me because I hate
Hmm.
blow drying my hair. And then I thought about it, I was like, I can ask Angela to wash my hair for me.
Of course, that's my specialty. I
I was
can't
like,
tell you how many blow dries I've done after people have gotten boob jobs and they couldn't wash their own hair or blow dry their own hair. Many,
yeah.
many, many. How many rows of weave you got in there though?
I don't have rows, I have
Oh,
K-tips.
you have the K-tips. That's right. Okay, that's actually easier.
Oh,
The
it's so
wets are
much
harder
easier
to, yeah.
because I can actually like get into my scalp,
Yeah,
and they're brand new,
exactly.
so
Yeah, they're fresh,
they
freshy.
super
So you're
fresh.
so excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for 3 months from now.
Hmm.
I'm not excited for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
you
have
and
a
also you have done it, so you know exactly what to expect. So,
yes and no. Like this is a very different procedure.
hmm.
Um, because I've never had to come home with drains before.
Oh, you have drains in.
And I
Wow.
have to wear basically like I have to be bound up completely for a week
Hmm.
to hold the drains in. And so like my understanding is that once they take the bondage off, I'll feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
But so I'm
You
like,
know
and
what?
I
You'll
don't
probably have a lot less bloating because of the drains, though. Like, I think if
well,
I had had drains, I wouldn't had all the fluid in my belly that I did.
exactly, exactly. So it's got its purpose. But I told Johnny, I was like, next weekend or next Monday's my last check-in.
Hmm.
I was like, before my surgery, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to pose for a couple of weeks, but I still want to check in because if I don't hop on the scale, it's going to give me
Yeah.
anxiety both ways. I have to remember that I know I'm going to be heavy the first
Right.
week. And so, like, I'm tempted to tell my girlfriend, put me on the scale as soon as you get me home, not because I'm a
Hmm.
psycho, but because it will help me gauge
Yeah.
what my weight's doing because I don't want to be sitting around getting fat thinking I'm just holding water.
Right. And also when you see the scale go down, it will actually help you like de-stress less, being like, okay, it's not just in my head, I am actually losing some water. Like the
Yeah,
water's coming off of me.
yeah. So, because I want to say after my very first boob job, I was up like 15 pounds the first
Yeah.
day. And I'm so glad that I stepped on the scale because otherwise I would have been like, oh no, I know more
Yeah,
now, but
exactly. Like I got fat
yeah. So,
from
but
my surgery.
the biggest thing that it's the month of no activity. Like he told me I can't even
Hmm.
go for a walk around my neighborhood.
That's kind of crazy. I don't,
I think that's like, and I shouldn't have told my husband that because he's going to
yeah.
make me do that. So I'm just going to go for a
Yeah.
walk while he's at work because, like, there's
So
no
you
way
think
I
that he would
cannot
rather have
walk.
you walking?
I would think
Like
movement would be good for me,
that's what
but
I'm saying.
like can't get my blood pressure up at all. But I'm like, I'm an athlete. Walking around my neighborhood doesn't get
It's
my
not going
blood
to get my
pressure up.
heart rate up. Yeah.
So I don't have to go for a power walk, but I'm going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
Or I'll sit on my spin bike and just like leisurely stroll because I
Yeah.
can't do nothing. My mental health will go into the crapper.
That was one of the first things I did was I had an assault bike and I just did no hands. That is a very good leg workout, by the way. If you try to do like
Yeah.
100, like you first start getting back, like if you go like 100 calories, no hands on an assault bike, it's evil.
Well, and I have a summit
I
trainer,
would think
which
that he
doesn't
would want you
require
to
my upper
walk.
body at all either.
Hmm. Lily wants to show off her boobies. Oh,
Ah,
Lily, don't show your boobies.
boobies for everybody.
I know people are gonna think bad of you. You already showed your butthole. There you go. Yeah,
You got a little bop there.
I know.
I didn't know what
Uh,
that meant until
I
yesterday.
do. She's a good girl.
And I only knew it because my nail lady was telling me that
She had
her
to teach you?
son called somebody a bop and she had to ask what that was. I was like, I've seen like internet bops, like the bedroom women, that like
Hmm.
that's they do for a living, but I didn't know that they called like random people that
Oh,
talk to a lot of guys that.
Lily, now she's being shy.
Are you bringing her?
Yes, we are, but we're probably not going to stay at your place because Corey is deathly allergic to cats. Like, can't even,
Oh,
it does, I even was worried about like what's going to happen, like when we're just hanging out. Like, I guess I'll have to take a medicine or something. I don't
well, the
know.
cats don't come downstairs at all.
Okay.
So
He was just worried about sleeping, like if
yeah, no, and
really
that's
bad.
weird because like the cat does go into that bedroom, but
Hmm.
not very often, and they're not in the living space at all. Only the dogs are.
Okay.
But if
Well,
he starts getting itchy or whatever, like I do have an EpiPen here,
okay.
and then we'll leave and I'll do
Yeah.
the stem cells somewhere else.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, he didn't care. I didn't book the room yet, but I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, yeah, he definitely like, you know, I think he'll be fine for the time that we're there, but I was like, I don't know about sleeping.
There's a hotel, like half a mile from here.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. I don't know how
I
good it
looked
is.
on Hilton. There was obviously he wants one with a fridge, so there was one. There's not that many like close by, but there was like a home two suites, the ones that have like the little fridge and stuff.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Um, but I don't know if you think he'll be okay. That obviously we'd like to save money, but
Yeah, I mean,
he is.
I
It's
don't want to
bad
get him
though.
there and then y'all not have an option, but
Yeah,
and then I could wash. I mean, the bed down there is
he
clean
doesn't really
anyway,
care
but
though. Yeah,
um, okay, well, either way.
yeah, we'll figure it out. But we'll
But
make sure we're
Tanya's
gonna
going to
get your.
join us next week. I'm
Okay.
hoping that I will be coherent enough because I do want to give an
Hmm.
update. So I'm going to try my best because I don't work that day, so I should be able to get on here. But if I
Hmm.
seem a little loopy, it's because I am.
Because you're high.
Yeah. So if I'm not making any sense, just be like, or text me
Hmm.
like, girl, you're talking too much.
We need to do like the question box and see if people have like specific questions for her, like training or whatever
Yeah.
related.
And then I talked to, I don't know if it's Carissa or Charissa. It's spelled
It's Carissa.
CH, but I don't know how to
Yeah.
say it. Bikini Lab. She wants
Hmm.
to wait until their website gets active so she can promote it.
Okay.
But that'd be cool because we'll let her show it
Good
off or
point.
whatever.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
And I
Yeah.
didn't reach out to Meg because I wanted to get Carissa set up first.
Hmm.
So I just kind of let it go. But
When's Carissa's website coming?
it's the first
Did
of
she
the
say?
year. Like
Oh, good.
it'll be in January sometime.
Good, good, good.
All right. So I wanted to talk about training actually,
Hmm.
a little bit because I saw it on the other podcast, like training intensity versus like form and stuff. But I want to also
Hmm.
talk about, because I made a post about it, kind of like common training misconceptions in our community,
Hmm. Hmm.
or for newbies more so than people that are well established. And I think one thing is I was talking to Marissa Garcia is a women's physique pro. She went pro at
Hmm.
junior nationals last year. So she hasn't competed as a pro yet, but we go to the same gym and we're good friends. And so I was talking to her last night and she works with Nick Goff as a training coach, but she's
Hmm.
coached by Cameron Cheek. And she her and her wife were doing something on the leg press or whatever, and her wife was watching her really closely. I was like, "Are you looking for like a stop mechanism for that?" And she was like,
Hmm.
"No." But anyway, she was telling me she was backing off of everything and like lowering the weight and really trying to fine tune her form. And I said, that's the thing when you get to this level. Like, I think that when
Hmm.
you first start training, I think people way overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. Where should I put my feet on the leg press? And I say, what are you trying to hit? Quads or hamstrings? And they'll tell me, and then I'll say, well, where do you feel it the most in your quads? That's where you should put your feet.
Hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
like your body
Yeah.
mechanics might not be mine. So don't overcomplicate your training. You're going to get benefits out of moving the weight. And do want to focus on form, but I think learning to train with that level of like making it hard. Like it should be
Hmm.
hard. Like I have zero energy when I leave the gym because I
Yeah.
give it
Exactly.
everything that I have. And you'll
Yeah.
grow that way. But then once you hit that level of muscle maturity, like it gets harder and harder to put on that tissue. And so
Hmm.
that is when, I see value in, okay, lets, and this is something that I think Amanda kind of trains and Tanya
Mm-hmm.
does too, I'm sure, but like, okay, I know I'm strong, but I'm still like I've kind of plateaued in my growth. And I think this has been the biggest thing in my back training is
Right.
I've really focused a lot on execution, tempo work, and I'm not near as strong with tempo work, but I'm growing a lot better and my body recovers a lot better because I'm not jerking around
Mm-hmm.
weight that's so heavy.
Yep. And you all like those intricacies like definitely matter more, especially, you know, I totally agree with you when you start working with like some newbie people or like lifestyle people or people who just haven't really been consistent in the gym in a long time. It's like you don't need to be so specific. You really don't. Like just go in and like I it's very hard to teach intensity, especially
Mhm.
like online. Like explaining like intensity doesn't always mean heavy, like you said. Um, Honestly, lighter weight for super slow reps, like tempo, is to me sometimes far harder and even more taxing on your central nervous system,
Mhm.
than like a heavier weight for uh, lesser amount of reps or whatever at a regular pace. It completely changes the game when you're changing up like your tempo. But I totally agree with you. I think that in the beginning it doesn't need to be so complicated. It needs to be like move some heavier weight, bring some intensity, 3, 4 times a week, maybe five, depending on your goals. And you're gonna and eat, obviously,
And
and you're gonna see some gains.
I think that's one reason I probably can never actually be a personal trainer. And it's
Hmm.
because when they are newer, you have to let them, you can't fix everything. They get discouraged.
Hmm.
And I have a hard time with that. Like I catch myself
Hmm.
even now in the gym with people I don't know. I want, especially girls, especially young girls. I want to go up to them and be like, "Can I
Yeah.
fix this for you? Can I teach you the right way to do this?" And sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, because people tell me I look mean. So I try not to approach people.
Don't.
They do though, like the gym owners, because my best friend is a personal trainer and she's like, they're scared of you. And I'm like, why? They're like, they say you look mean. I was like, because I don't want to be spoken to, but it's not that I'm
Yeah.
mean. I just don't want to be bothered. But
Yeah.
I found this t-shirt online and it says, not friendly, do not touch.
Did you
And
order
I
it
want
yet?
it so bad.
Yeah.
It's from Iron Panda. Oh man.
Yeah. I have actually personal trained people a couple times that have asked me to just work with them, and that is like it is pretty big challenge. But that's also why I told you that I want to work with Tanya too, is like you do get to a certain point where it's like you need like the details where it's like sometimes it's just switching the position of your hands or switching the position of your feet where when you're if you're not a physique athlete, there might not be, like you said, so much specific need to like, okay, I need to specifically hit and grow my teardrops versus my entire quads, like, or I need to bring up my rear delts more than my entire shoulder. So there's definitely like a specific time and a place for that, and maybe not needed for most people.
And I think training what mind muscle connection is. I think that's really hard for a lot of people,
Hmm.
and that's part of the reason I say, well, where do you feel it? Or am I doing this right? Well, do you feel it in the intended muscle and it's not hurting?
Hmm.
But I have the hardest time engaging my rear delts,
Hmm.
which,
Oh, really?
yeah, I have the hardest, like I don't feel them
Mm-hmm.
no matter what I do, or my scapula recruits. And I know not to, but it still pulls. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm going way too heavy. But then
Hmm.
Amanda gave me a great cue and it's hilarious. But she's like, and I know the sun is like rising here, but
Yeah.
like I'm always wanting to keep retracted. And I think that's part of my problem is
Uh-huh.
not like, but she says you almost like push away from you the whole time. And she's like, it's like the strippers collecting their money.
Yeah.
And
You're
I
like,
was
oh,
like,
I know that perfectly.
I
You're
was
like,
like,
I
oh
got
yeah,
that.
makes total sense.
Yeah.
And so it actually helped a lot this time, but uh, you know, I kind of
Is
lost my
that
train of
in
thought there.
a like on the pec deck like that or in all rear delt movements?
I only do one rear delt movement, really. Everything else is just back or shoulder focused,
Uh-huh.
like different muscles. But I
Oh, like
do
rear delt flies, is that the only movement
it's
that you
a
do?
it's a cable,
Okay.
single hand
Yeah.
cable, but I put
Hmm.
it. just slightly above eye level, and then I
Mm-hmm.
pull it kind of down. I really like bent over cable. I feel those the
Mm-hmm.
best because bending over forces me to pull that down.
Yeah.
But I tried doing them bent over and I got reprimanded and told to do them as my plan said. So
Oh,
I was like, okay,
okay. Just
whatever you
kidding.
say. But I only have 4 more training sessions before my surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And I check in with her on Thursdays. So I have Tuesday, Wednesday, but Friday and Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not filming my workouts. Well, I might just for content to have because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna have anything to post for months. But
Mm-hmm.
I might just do a lot of education with Morph, I guess. But the dog.
What's wrong? You were talking about you only have 4 workouts left and you don't want to
Oh,
film.
Friday and Sunday, I'm not,
Dude, the
I'm not like
dementia.
checking in with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm probably gonna do some movements that I just enjoy and
How
just
often we should have Amanda on here too,
yeah, we
actually,
should.
since
I
we're
was going
talking
to
about her
ask
so much.
Austin Espy too to join us
Okay.
and talk about
Yeah.
his first Olympia and what he's doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shamelessly also to help Morph, because
Oh, okay. He's a morph athlete. Gotcha. Okay.
um, and I'm like
So do you
working
check
with
in
his
with
coach.
Amanda like you check in with Johnny, or you just send training videos?
No, she has a whole app. Um,
Oh.
it's called True Coach, and I don't want to give away her info, but I think this
Yeah.
is common. But like my workouts are, and so like I log the workout, and then I can add videos, and it has like how she wants me to do it. So like I'll
Hmm.
go add a result, I'll put in like how much weight, how many reps, and then I attach the video. And
Oh,
then
wow.
she messages me back like she sends me videos like talking to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so she'll correct my form on things and
So every
um
workout you log, does she send you a video back for every single workout?
she will address if she's fixing something, she'll attach it to
Hmm.
that video.
Oh, gotcha.
Otherwise, she just sends me a general video. When I first started, she fixed everything on my back training, which
Yeah.
is crazy because you think like I've been doing this for 10 years. I know how to
Yep.
train, but there's always room for
Yep.
improvement. And I think this is where so many bodybuilders get stuck is because we lose humility.
Hmm.
Oh, I know how to do this. I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you Miss Olympia? So
Yeah.
no. So
Exactly.
you still have room to get better. And
Yeah.
so I think when I first started considering a training coach, it was kind of like, I just don't feel like I don't feel like I'm going to spend that money on that. But
Yeah.
I see what Amanda did for like Brienne and,
Hmm.
obviously Keon and what she's done for him because his back was not his strongest point, and now it's very much
Right.
so. And her back is incredible. And so,
Well, and also when you get to the level that you are at, going back to your original point, it's like you have Johnny, that's like, of course, our diet is a massive part of bodybuilding, but it is building a body. And like at an Olympia level, you need a specific coach for that. Like you just do. If you want to, at not even an Olympia level, even at like a pro level, like your nutrition coach is just not like, you know what you know, but you don't know what you don't know.
mhm.
So I
And
think it can
so,
only benefit you.
I've started taking on a few athletes
Mm-hmm.
um to prep, and
Mm-hmm.
mainly because the first one, she reached out to me, and I don't know if she's told her old coach yet. That's why I'm
Your
keeping
figure
her,
pro friend?
yeah, but I'm keeping
Okay.
her name.
Okay.
But she reached out to me just because she's been a client of mine on the morph side for years. Like I know her body very well,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what she responds to and what she doesn't. And so it just kind of made sense at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Plus I've been in this space for so long and what I've learned from Amanda and Johnny and Matt Jansen and Matt Porter,
Mm-hmm.
and just being around all these people, um, I think I'm finally at a point where I'm like, I think I actually would be good at
Yeah.
this. I don't want to make
Yeah.
a living out of it. I don't want
Yeah.
to
Well,
be
you won't.
coach.
Unless you're like, I mean, it's just like making a living as like just from bodybuilding. I mean, it's
Right.
very
Like
difficult.
I don't want this to be, I'm not trying to make this my lifestyle.
Hmm.
I'm just doing it because I feel like I genuinely can
It's
offer something.
actually really good learning for you too. Like that you're learning as you go, understanding, like, oh, this is, how the body responds. And it's honestly, it's more about like growing you even as an athlete,
Well, and I
you
reached
know,
out to
you're
Johnny
not
and
going
I
to get
was like,
rich.
hey, I know you have this. He has like a mentorship program for
Oh,
coaches and he
mm-hmm,
trains them, but he also does a lot of like business and marketing training. I don't want that. You
mm-hmm,
know what I mean? Like I don't want to make this and I don't want
mm-hmm.
to
Like how to
advertise.
scale the business and
Yeah,
stuff.
I
Uh-huh.
basically only take on people that reach out to me and ask me if I do
Mm-hmm,
it.
mm-hmm.
So I have like two
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of my figure girl because I've seen huge changes in her in just 4 weeks. Um, and I think too, she had gotten to a place where she had fallen out of love with training and we're getting back
Mm-hmm.
into that love. And so I think it's just been a really good shift for her overall.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, when you see your body responding like well and quickly, that's very motivating to
mhm.
keep going.
And naturally,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah.
huge. So,
Naturally. She's
yeah.
natural.
Well, not no, but right now.
I was like, whoa, holy shit.
No, we're definitely in a health phase right now.
Okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
but I'm excited about it. But he did, my biggest thing is peaking,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's
Yeah.
so different. So I want
So
to
different.
I want to pick someone's brain through that process. But he said he'd
Are
be
you going to do
willing
the
to help me.
mentorship with him?
Um, well, we kind of left it as he said, I'm more than happy to help you when you need it. So I
Hmm.
think it's more because he knows I know protocols, he knows I know blood work, and he teaches a lot of that. I don't need it. I
Yeah.
basically went to med school. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't go to med school. I went to NP school, everybody. Okay. Not misleading you, but we I know a lot of medicine, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm excited about that new adventure. But
Hmm. It's tough though. I'm learning a lot as I go too with having, just started taking on a few lifestyle clients myself, and it's very interesting. It's tough.
I have discovered I do not enjoy lifestyle clients.
Yeah, it's
I
I
take
don't
that
know.
back. I had one guy and we're just taking a pause for
Hmm.
the holidays. Didn't mind him at all. He did the best he could with what he had. And I say
Hmm.
that because he's literally on the road constantly. And
Yeah.
he doesn't make excuses. He sent training videos or whatever. But then like other ones, well, deviations from plan. Well,
Yeah.
this is what I did. Okay, well, why are you paying me? Like what are you pay at that point I literally said, listen, I can't change anything if you don't
Hmm.
do there's nothing I can change because there's no
Right.
consistency here.
Right.
Like you need to get serious or don't waste your money on me.
Right. But seems like common sense. Like a lot of it seems like obviously if you went all over the place with your calories, I can't make any adjustments to your calories because we don't know what you did. So that seems like very common sense, but that's
It's not
very
for a lot of
typical.
lifestyle people though. They think, and I think for her though, it was more the accountability of having to check in with me kind of helped
Hmm.
keep her on track. But then I think it got to a point where it started stressing her out because like the last thing you want to do is give someone an eating disorder or
Yeah.
give someone a complex. So you don't want to like tear them down so much where they get like anxious to check in with you, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
also a
But you
very
also have to set really strong boundaries. Like I'm finding that, like that's Corey told me that like right away. He was like, you need to set boundaries with these people. Like them having 24/7 access to you is gonna wear you right out. And
it
it
does.
already has. Yeah.
It does, and it's not because like every single morph client is like that.
Hmm.
They have direct access to me all the time, and
Hmm.
some people are like I literally got messages at like 2 o'clock this morning, you know, or
Hmm.
they'll call on like Sunday evenings or something, and it's like I have a life,
Yeah.
I love you guys, but like y'all have to have so. After 8 p.m. my time, I won't look at it, and I don't look at it on Sundays. But otherwise,
Hmm.
I'm pretty responsive.
It's just very difficult, I finding as someone who is like, what's the word? Like I am very
Hey,
disciplined.
Corey.
Yeah. Oh, Heather said hi. Can you hear her? He's doing his steps. That's what he does. He'd rather pace around the house than go outside. Well, it is very
It's
cold outside though too, but
freezing, yeah.
he doesn't really like nature too much. So but he's doing so good after his surgery. He hasn't even had a Motrin.
Well, he
He
said
took
it's
it.
like a 5-day recovery, which is remarkable.
Yeah, he's the doctor surgeon said he could go on Thursday. And also, by the way, just shout out, what's the doctor's name? What was his name? Gherkin? He's the hernia doc. He's in Beechwood, Ohio. He's done Big Rammies. He did Phil Heath's hernia. He specializes in bodybuilders. He actually prefers to work on bodybuilders, and the reason that he specializes in bodybuilders is because he takes the aesthetics into account when he's repairing these hernias. So like most hernias, they are done laparoscopically, a lot of them, and they fill the belly up with air so they can see the tools in there. Well, one of the reasons he doesn't believe in laparoscopic and doing the air is like because I want a cosmetic result for like I want it to look the best it can, and if I have the belly all bloated up, he's like I can't see what it's going to look like when I'm doing the repair because now that skin's all stretched back out. So he repairs the belly button and fixes any stretched out skin so that the skin is all nice and tight. And then he puts the incision on the inside of the belly button so you don't even have a scar.
That's so cool.
Um,
I wonder how he does ventral hernias, like they're a little bit higher. Like,
yeah, I don't know, but our friend Christine referred us to, she's a bodybuilding pro. She referred us to him. But he's done 27,001 hernia repairs. That's all he does. He
and
has his
one,
own surgery center. Yeah. Corey was at
27,000
one.
and one.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. It's a very specific number. I actually thought about
Yeah.
asking my plastic surgeon, and I was like, how much would you charge me extra just to put a little stitch in my hernia? Because that's really
While
like
you're in there.
when it's
Is it your
ventral like that,
umbilical or oh, it's up higher?
yeah, it's like right,
Yeah.
and it actually doesn't bother me in prep
hmm
because you're
I don't think I've ever noticed it though. Like you can see mine when I'm very lean, right above my
no,
belly
mine
button.
it's not terrible, but it starts to hurt in my off season just because the waist thickens a little bit. But it
Uh-huh.
actually looked a lot worse. It looked worse. It looked worse at North Americans.
It
So I
looks
think I've
badder.
just built up my abdominal muscles enough where maybe it hides it.
Yeah.
And you can
Well,
actually see, it's really funny. You can actually see on my stomach where my ovaries are missing. It dents in.
whoa. Like everybody could see it or just you could see it because you know it that they're not there.
Probably everybody else probably just thinks it's part of my
Hmm.
abs.
Ah,
Because it's like
I
at the
see.
bottom of it goes right where my figure bottoms cut up, so you can't
Mm-hmm.
actually see it in any of my posing anyway.
Yeah.
But if I can, anyway. But yeah, you can actually, it's funny. I noticed that the other day. I was like, I'm pretty sure because my little incisions are like right near there. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is
Mm-hmm.
where like there's no
Right, and the little
ovary. Yeah.
yep. And they go in. But I don't even know what the heck I was talking about, how I got on that tangent of his hernia surgery. I don't know.
He was doing his steps.
Oh yeah, he's doing his steps. That's right. He's getting his steps in, so that's all he can do right now. Just I think he's gonna try the gym. You gonna go to the gym tomorrow, Thursday? He said he could go to the gym on Thursday, just keep it super light
The
and
Bodyplex
be
here
very
is actually
mindful.
really nice, so y'all could go there when you come.
Hmm. Yeah. Of
It's a mostly Arsenal stuff.
course, he's very excited to just get to his growing season because Justin's had him, in a holding pattern until after the surgery. So now he just wants to get huge, like the
No, I
rest of
get that.
us.
I'm kind of in the same, like my calories
Hmm.
aren't super high because I'm just going to be sitting around.
Hmm.
So I'm ready to really grow.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a new peptide that is very, very similar to follistatin without the side effects.
Oh, interesting.
And it's
What's that one
called,
called?
hang tight. Uh, I
Have you
just,
heard about all this peptide drama people are talking about, like on TikTok, and about that the labs are going to be like closed down and um.
FLGR 242.
Hold on, I'm
It's
writing
a
this down.
fragmented growth. FLGR 242, but it's a lot like follistatin. It's like a
FLG
myostatin inhibitor or whatever. Um,
242.
yeah, but
Uh-huh.
without the side effects, because follistatin can actually weaken the immune system. So some people feel pretty bad on it. And it does mess with your sex hormones a little bit. So this one I think is like going to be I'm going to probably try this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a go, see what happens.
Interesting. I have to do a little research on that. But yeah, that's what my TikTok all this morning was talking about. Like labs are closing down, and I really do think it's like scare tactics, and I don't
Well,
know.
they did this last year, if you remember. They banned BPC
Mm-hmm.
and CJC. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you can still get them.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is they don't ban the peptide. They ban a key ingredient to compounding them. And
Mm.
so it makes it very, very hard to compound a peptide when an ingredient is banned.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what happened with CJC. It was actually ipamorelin that got banned. But CJC doesn't work very well by itself. It needs ipamorelin, whereas
Mm-hmm.
ipamorelin also doesn't work very well by itself. But that was when we took Tessa, we separated our tesamorelin out and have it separately than IPA. We also have it as a compound though, because you can still
Together.
technically get it. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
FDA approval doesn't mean something is illegal. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Exactly.
most of the vitamins that you take are not FDA approved. So
Yeah.
I don't think that there's really that big of a deal around it. What they are doing is really tightening laws around testosterone. Now we are required by law to do it on video. We cannot do it on the phone. And we have to go in and check a prescription drug monitoring system for every patient that orders a controlled substance. And
To
now
make sure they're not
patients,
getting testosterone from like four sources. Is that why?
yep, yep.
Okay.
And so they can
That's
see if
crazy.
you order it anywhere in the US, they know where it's coming from. Which is one of the benefits about Morph because I usually can prescribe it at what people are actually taking. So
Mm-hmm.
you can make sure you still get enough. It's just pharmaceutical prices. But um yeah, and people have to sign for it now when it gets delivered,
Mm-hmm.
which is really annoying.
I just think that the trillions of dollars of these massive pharmaceutical companies are going to just do whatever they can to try to make sure that people can't get it cheaper,
Well, I'm
pretty
pretty sure
much.
Big Pharma like owns the presidency,
Hmm.
so
Exactly.
it doesn't matter to like Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter who they are.
Exactly.
This Big Pharma leads a lot of that decision just because of how much money they contribute. So
And I just think with like everything that is, I don't know, so many things if you think about them, it's just like really backwards, Like I don't like people talking to me about bodybuilding and like this different supplements or peptides or things that we take and like wanting to be healthy, and I'm like, okay. y- yes, bodybuilding might not be healthy, but if you check, I don't know how many people are like regularly getting blood work, weighing and measuring everything that they eat, doing cardio 5 times a week, like monitoring how many steps we get. So yeah, there's a lot of other things that are could be a lot worse. Pretty sure like eating, chips every single day could be worse than some of the supplements that we take for your body.
yeah,
Not to mention the supplements we take for our organs to protect and take care of our organs.
so I actually came off all of my supplements for
Hmm.
2 months and then got
Yeah.
my blood work done because I wanted to see
Hmm.
what does my cholesterol look like without three lipid support supplements and
Right, right, right.
what
Oh,
does
interesting.
my vitamin B12 naturally sit at. And my iron is actually high because I eat filet mignon for dinner every night,
Yeah.
because like
Baller.
I got so sick of ground beef and I
Yeah.
don't eat any other steak. And so that's just
Yeah.
I eat my filet every
Where the
night.
hell do you get filet that you can afford to eat it 6 nights, 7 nights a week?
Costco,
Jeez. Oh, they have filet.
they have really
Interesting.
good steak.
We might have to run over there because Publix filet is ridiculous. It's too expensive.
No, I can get like
Trader Joe's
four
has pretty good prices
four
on filet.
giant fillets for like $60.
Holy crap. That would be like two at best at Publix.
Yeah, no, it's way cheaper and they're good quality steaks.
So what did your blood work? So 2 months you went and you took no supplement.
No supplements.
You were not worried at all.
I took my peptides.
Yeah.
I was trying to see what my peptides did for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Cholesterol was perfect. B12 is perfect. Vitamin
Hmm.
D was 45. I
Do you
am gonna
take B12 in any supplementation for B12? No peptides or anything?
I was taking a B complex and I stopped it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, none of my peptides have B12 in them. Um, liver, perfect. My ALT and AST weren't even elevated. The only thing that was high, my hemoglobin was high. My reverse T3 was low, my T3 was high, and my T4 was low, but I'm on MP thyroid, so that was why.
Hmm.
And then, so we're gonna start tapering that down. And then my
Hmm.
cortisol was high. And I was like, that's fair though, because I am stressed about the surgery.
Hmm.
And I am that type of person that I literally am always busy. Like
Hmm.
I don't usually sit down for the first time until
Yeah.
7:30 at night because even when I'm working, I'm pacing around my house.
Hmm.
And then I go train and whatever. So, and my HRV is chronically low. And so I
Hmm.
think I just almost always am in go mode.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm trying to work on now is because I don't even register that as stress because I'm happy, you know?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
so,
But it's still stressing your body.
right.
It's
But it's
still
not
stress
like
on your nervous
when
system.
I check in, I'm like stressed like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Like
Hmm.
I'm living my best life. Like I just don't let stuff get me
Yeah,
stressed. But then
right.
when I think about it, because my cortisol is high and it's only 1 point high, so it's not crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was telling Johnny, I was like, I don't really register it as stress, but I am anxious about this surgery. And then I was
Hmm.
like, I am always doing something,
Yeah.
because there's always work to be done. So I
So you're saying you need to learn to relax.
so I actually think this month of forced
Yeah.
downtime is going to be really good for me.
Uh-huh.
So
The crazy thing is you'll probably have even like Corey said this week, like without training, it's crazy how much more energy he has though. Like he feels energetic because he's not like killing himself in the gym. So it's like easier for him to wake up in the morning and you're probably gonna feel the same thing though.
yeah, I think that I'm going to be good for maybe 2 weeks before I go crazy. And the
Yeah,
reason I say that is usually I would say 1 week, but I think the first week I'm going to be so uncomfortable, I'm not going to want to do
yeah,
anything. So I
exactly.
think a full
You're not
week
gonna feel
after
good.
that, where I'm like starting to feel better, then I'm going to want to be like, okay, like I want to move around. But I
How long do
scrap,
the drains stay in for?
I get them out the 30th, so 8 days.
Okay, okay. It's not that bad. Ugh.
Um, so I have to drive back down there. I actually have to my post-op's the very next day after surgery. Oh, my post-op. I can't do the podcast at the same time.
Oh. Do you have to go? You have to drive there? Why he can't do like a FaceTime? He wants to see him.
I don't know.
I guess an hour's not that bad.
No, and he's so quick. And I
Yeah.
actually complimented them about it.
Hmm.
My post-op is at 9:45, so maybe we could just do it a little earlier,
Yeah.
like
What day?
7
It's the 22nd. Is
well, the
that
23rd, the next
the
Tuesday.
23rd?
Yeah.
I'm pretty flexible.
Well, if we do it earlier, I'll touch base with Tanya
Okay. Oh
and see if
yeah.
earlier or later works for her. Because if we do it at lunchtime,
Hmm.
which would be great for me, that's 11 o'clock p.m. her time.
Oh, that would be past my bedtime.
Yeah. So, but I think she stays up late, but I don't know. So I want to check in
Oh,
with her and
okay.
I'll put us, she can't text. So it's a WhatsApp because she's in Australia. So
Uh, gotcha. All
I
right. Well, I'm pretty flexible, so
know it's great.
just
Thank you.
packing up the house. Yeah. Training at Planet Fitness right now, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. What's
Sorry.
so weird about Planet Fitness is they actually have some decent pieces. Like my back was pretty sore after my training the last week that I went there. They're it's they're weird though. Like
There's
even their
something off about their
tables.
machines. I agree.
Yeah,
There's something wrong with them.
like something always like feels weird or like I'll not pull something, but I'll be like, I don't like the way that feels. Like that's not
Yeah.
hitting
Yeah.
correctly. It's like I don't know. That could never be like my main gym. Like just training there, the vibe is it's very bad. Very, very bad. Cardio, fine. But like regular workouts there, it's been tough. Very tough.
I actually had someone at Planet Fitness, one of the workers, they asked me, they're like, can I ask you a question? And they were not being rude to me. Let me preface this. They were genuinely asking this question. She was like, do you like have to drop the weights when you're training? And I was like, I mean, yes and no. I was like, if you're actually training heavy enough, like you're not always going to be able to
Yeah,
control the weight down, but like, do you have to like slam them down? No. I was like, but sometimes do we end up
right.
dropping them accidentally, like because we lose like control a little bit? Yeah.
Grip or whatever. Yeah.
And because she thought
That's
the
so
lunk
funny.
alarm was stupid. So she was like trying to, say that they
Yeah.
should get rid of it or whatever. But I was like,
Yeah,
no.
is the lunk alarm really a thing? Whoa, I hit the thing. Why did it do that again? It went off. I did get the lunk alarm on me one time. I had almost died. I was back squatting on the Smith machine and I missed the hook to re-hook it. And so when I let go, I thought it was hooked and it wasn't. So it slammed down. And instead of like, are you okay? You know, whatever, I got the damn lunk alarm.
Woo woo. I think
Like I
it's actually
intentionally did
noise
that.
triggered. I don't think that they do have a manual, but I think it's also noise triggered.
Oh, but this guy was manually doing it because I looked
Um,
back at the desk to be like, what is it on me? You know? And he was like making faces at me. It was like a young kid. So yeah, exactly. I am very excited to go to our new gym though. I'm really excited to see what they have and just have like a new environment too.
It can
It's
be
always
really
exciting.
motivating to change
Yeah.
things like that.
Well, especially when it's like that's, both I'm gonna have more time to train. Corey has gonna be in his full building season. Like it's just a really nice, like new way to start the new year and the new plan. So it's gonna be good. It's
That's
gonna be really
exciting.
good. It is so exciting. I can't wait.
And he's going to try to do USA's.
North Americans is what they're
That's, he
talking
told me
about
that. He
now.
did tell me
Yeah,
that. And I
North
should have remembered
Americans.
that because that's the show I did.
So now he's like, it's so funny because that when we get to this point, he's like, I just want to be fucking huge. That's all he talks about. I just want to be fucking huge.
It's
Right
so
around like
funny the
right around
body dysmorphia.
270 pounds
Yeah.
when it's like I can't handle this weight on me, my joints. I don't want to be big, right? I'm ready to diet. I can't handle this too much.
Yeah. It is funny the like swings with dysmorphia that you get because it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what season you're in, you're not good enough. You're
No.
either not lean enough, not muscular enough, or you're too fat, too soft, too small, you know,
Hmm.
and that's usually what they are. It's, oh, I'm fat, soft, and small, or
Yeah,
small, fat, and soft, but lean and not lean enough.
I know. It's crazy. I'm like, you were just when you were huge, you could not wait to start dieting. And he's like, I know, I know.
He's just
Did
got
you
to get to
watch?
that level where the food's uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, and also after you saw Nationals, like it obviously that was the show that he was supposed to do. And, you know, the bodybuilder, they look very good. A lot of them look already like pro ready. A lot of them didn't. But um I I feel like for open bodybuilders, they have to be the best of the best. Like they can't come in not conditioned. The competition at that level is so hard. Like Justin has said from day one, he was like with Corey, he's like the very first time he saw Corey, he's like, I want people to see him show up on show day and say, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And like I think that he just has that in his mind that that's what he wants people to see. And he's I feel like it's natural for them at that level too to compare themselves to pros. I think that we all
Yeah.
do that at a certain degree, but it's just when you need that level of muscularity and conditioning, it's so hard. It is
Yeah.
definitely the hardest
I
in bodybuilding.
honestly, I hate to say this, but I was not that impressed by the women.
Hmm. There was a lot. Yee.
Like there were
I
maybe two or three girls that are like, okay, they look
Yeah.
good. You know,
Hmm.
they were well balanced, conditioned, but that's really it.
There was a couple that I was like, why the hell did their coaches let them do nationals? Like, what in the hell? Like, I was actually surprised about the lack of conditioning in a lot of them. It was a little confusing. I was like, eh, do they know what they are supposed to look like? Just because nationals, you really do look, I feel like most of the winners of nationals always look like they can go on to do a pro show, like right away, you know? So I didn't really feel like there was any of that wow factor. Like, holy shit, she's peeled, you know?
No.
It's kind of like and with other national winners, it's like you've known who the winner was going to be before they even got up there because of how they look.
Right. Like Ashley Lakamowski. We all knew she was winning that.
And Tessa, same
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
hmm Um, but yeah, I thought a lot of the open, I guess also I didn't see the classic, but I've been told that the classic was one of the best classics. Did you watch the Olympia movie?
No, I need to
Oh,
though.
okay, yeah. Maybe you could save it for after
It's on,
your
yeah, I got
surgery. It's on
plenty.
Prime.
I got plenty to of time, plenty of
We'll
time to
wait
sit
till I
around.
did watch it last night, but we'll wait till you watch it to do a review on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to sway you with my opinions of it.
How long is it?
I don't a couple hours maybe. I don't know.
Couple of
It
hours.
is yeah. It is interesting because you do see, a lot of our friends are on
Uh-huh.
there. So that was kind of fun to see people that you know personally on there. It's really more, it's actually about the Olympia and the history of the Olympia more so than about bodybuilding. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Like Corey thought it was going to be about bodybuilding. So about 10 minutes in, he was like, this is fucking boring. I don't want to, I don't care.
So it's not about bodybuilding.
I mean, yes, bodybuilding because that's the Olympia, but it's more about how, like the Olympia came to be, what it's like to
Oh,
put the Olympia on together, like what it takes to put the Olympia on, the background, how they get how they find the space for the Olympia, who comes to the Olympia, how do they decide the ticket? Like it's really specifically about the Olympia. It almost was like a promotion for
Yeah,
like
sure.
attending the Olympia. So and there's a little bit about bodybuilding. Yeah,
Well, I
obviously.
think maybe it was, we all thought it was going to be like a Generation Iron type thing.
Right. And it's I think Jake Wood, that's the owner's name of the Olympia, who's like seems like a great guy in his maybe late 60s, early 70s, but I mean there's at least 20 minutes of him working out.
Yeah,
So that's pretty interesting because not many people want to watch a 70-year-old work out. I mean,
no.
he's very fit, but yeah. What is Copilot on here? It says ready to see Copilot in action.
Oh,
Do you
that's
have that?
it's an AI companion. So what it does is it basically will send me a summary email of everything we talked about. It's really
Okay.
funny. I'll send it. I'll actually
Uh,
like
oh God,
text me your email and I'll forward it to you because
it's
it's funny.
probably embarrassing.
No, it's like Heather and Angela talk about upcoming surgery and the trouble getting connected to
How about her
audio.
nipple piercings?
Yeah, it's funny.
Doctor's gonna put her piercings back in her nipples.
And he's like, I'll recannulate them if I need to. And I'm like, you're so cool. He's so chill. He was funny because he was talking. He's like going over the pre-op. He's like, I'm pretty much just making up things to talk about at this point. He's like, do you have any questions?
Awesome.
I was like, no, not really. I was like, actually, yes. I was like, I need you to give me an explicit timeline because if you give me any wiggle room, I'm taking
Hmm.
it. I was
Yeah.
like, so he was
Is
like,
he in Atlanta?
mhm.
Specifically in Atlanta?
He's at
Okay.
Emory, yeah. So he looked at me and he goes, nothing for a month. He's like, then you can start
Oh,
training lower body. He was, and I said, when can I hold a 45-pound plate?
oh shit.
Because I'm like, when can I
Yeah.
load my leg? And he's like, 2, 3 months. And I was like, okay, that's fine. We're doing a lot of kickbacks.
Can we do pin loaded? I mean, there's pin loaded like presses and whatnot.
Yeah, I just can't activate my chest muscles.
Right.
So, and I was
Exactly.
like, I can probably do like lateral raises with 5 pounds at that point. He didn't say
Crazy
anything about
person.
lateral raises.
Yeah. No, you'll be good because you can't spend this amount of that was the one thing too with me is like I know the one thing that would ever keep me from screwing it up is like you can't spend this amount of money and have it fucked up. Like this has
Yeah.
to be your last boob job. You know what I mean?
Well, for me too, like, because I come from the heart failure community and I actually developed a program for a hospital system up here and they're called LVADs, which are left ventricular assist device. So basically it's a mechanical heart pump
Mm-hmm.
that takes over your blood flow so that the heart can rest. And you do it as a bridge to transplant, or sometimes you can even do it as a bridge to recovery because sometimes the heart just needs a break.
Break.
Or we call it destination therapy, meaning the lighting is throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
They're just their LVAD is just their we're just prolonging, giving them quality of life, at
Mm-hmm.
that point. But it has to be power operated. And so it actually has what's called a drive line, which is a power cord that comes, it's tunneled from the heart through the abdominal wall and it connects to a controller and batteries. And so people have to wear battery packs and have their little controller with them. But the drive line is covered in velour, and the velour your tissue will grow into it. Well, if
Ah.
someone drops that, the drive line pulls and it is an internal tunneled wound. It's the same concept with the bra. If I do anything that pulls that bra off of my boob, it's an
Mm-hmm.
internal wound. And those do not heal well
Heal.
at all.
Yeah.
Usually it's a
Yeah.
hospitalization with like IV antibiotics and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so that is what is like, nope, you will take your time,
Yeah.
let yourself heal. It's just
No internal
realistically
wounds
three
in my
months.
boobs. Yeah.
Because I did 3 months off before in 2020 when I had my adrenal
Mm.
gland issues. And I honestly, like, my body composition didn't change. You know what I
No.
mean? And so I'm like, it's going to be fine. You've done
It's
this
gonna
before.
honestly too, that's the other thing, like with Corey, like having this time off is like you're primed to build right after that because you've recovered, maybe any underlying issues that you've had have had a lot of time to recover and you're gonna feel really good. I mean, obviously you feel, sore and a little bit weak at first, but hopefully there'll be a cycle in place to help with that.
Yeah. Well, I got my Clo and I'm going to do stem cells 2 weeks
Hmm.
after mine.
Hmm.
Um, And then I have thymosin alpha because it's antibacterial. And I have Motzi. So,
Mm-hmm. The time's gonna go by so fast.
yeah,
It's already almost the end of December,
I
you
know.
know?
It's
It's
nuts.
crazy.
And we have a cruise at the end of March. So in my head, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
if I can at least just like work out before then. But if not,
Mm-hmm.
like the Caribbean's just gonna see me in my glory of 3 months no training. But at least my boobs will look good.
They'll be fine.
Uh,
Yeah,
My
you're gonna be
husband would
good.
love if I got fat, to be honest. And I
But
say
he
fat
wants
loosely. I mean, he
a
would
thicky
love me
thick.
around 200 pounds. Yeah.
No, ma'am.
That's what he
Absolutely not.
likes. He likes thick,
He's a little
thick.
chubby chaser.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
because I don't hold weight in my stomach. I get fat
Mm-hmm.
in my butt and legs.
Yeah. That's nice.
He's
I
like,
remember when I was like that.
I was like, I'm finally getting my butt back. He's like, more. And I'm like, I'm trying, honey.
Jeez.
Like,
He's
he
like
wants it.
bringing you home. He's bringing the donuts and the cakes and the sweets and shit.
Yeah. Actually, he
He's gonna
doesn't
start
like
giving you
sweet.
like mass gainer shakes when you're done, when you're on your medications. He's like,
Yeah.
drink this.
I'm gonna have to like check. I'm so nervous about him being my caretaker next week. He's never taken care of me after a surgery before.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
bless.
be like, babe, can you measure out 105 grams of chicken? He's gonna be
You
like,
don't you have a friend that can come over and do that and help a little bit?
no,
Really?
I
Oh
don't.
shit.
Not
God.
the week of Christmas.
Yeah, oh that's
So
true.
Sunday, I'm gonna meal prep like a week's worth of
Mm,
food. That's
yeah,
all he has to do is microwave it. But that sucks because I usually would rather eat things cold than microwaved. Like I
yeah,
can't stand microwave food, but I also
yeah,
can't eat cold food for a week straight.
yeah. Especially microwave chicken, it's so freaking gross.
Oh, it gets like rubbery. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's really gross. Cold chicken is definitely better, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be a good nurse. Besides feeding you all the things that try to fatten you up while you can't train.
Yeah, I think he'll step
That's
up. Like
crazy.
I think he'll step up. He's taking the
Yeah,
week off at least.
yeah,
And then I was telling him about my drains the next week and that I would just drive myself. And he was like, "You're not driving yourself a week after surgery." And I was like,
yeah.
"I can do it." Oh, into Metro Atlanta. Yeah, sure, Heather, you can do it. Let's, you just got your car back. Let's not.
Yeah, exactly. When you're just boob draining and everything else, driving down the road with your drains hanging out of your tits.
Be like this
Yeah,
close to the steering wheel.
like filled with fluid.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Oh God.
That sounds really fun.
All right. Well,
Nice.
it's 9 o'clock.
Do you have clients today?
I actually have to call my tax guy next.
Oh God.
I have an appointment with him at 9 because now that it's an LLC and I was coming from a W-2, we're trying to get it in before the year to see if I need to do anything
Hmm.
so I don't get taxed to death.
All right, mamas will have a great day.
Thank you. We will do this next Tuesday.
Okay, just let
I'll
me
let
know
you know the
whenever.
time.
It's fine. All right, honey. Have a great one.
Thank you
I'll see you
too.
soon. Bye.
Bye.